Shaken and stirred right now. I had to get out of bed. Did y'all see Kamala Harris's end of the year / New Year post? Why was it? What? There has to be a reason it was that extra, because that was unnecessary. I feel like this is there. It's coded. It's coded. I don't know what it means, but it means something.
Tomorrow's the big day. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep. It's January 6th. And we all remember what happened January 6th 4 years ago. Now, I don't think there's going to be those types of shenanigans. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because there's a lot of folks on the left saying all of these conspiracy theories that there's a potential for the election not to be certified tomorrow. And I don't know what to believe. I've been trying so hard to make it through all the stages of grief after the election. And I think I finally landed on acceptance. But there's so many people DMing me and still commenting on posts saying that they're holding on to hope and they're thinking there's some sort of miracle that's going to happen tomorrow. And I don't know what to believe.
Peaceful transfer of power is one of the most fundamental principles of American democracy. As much as any other principle, it is what distinguishes our system of government from monarchy or tyranny. Today at the United States Capitol, I will perform my constitutional duty as Vice President of the United States to certify the results of the 2024 election.
This was diabolical. Reminds me that it's not so bad. Boy, man, listen, man. The woke, the libs, they are having a reality check right now. All the videos, all the January 6th insurrection, virtual signaling, and just...
Guys, get this. Kamala Harris is actually legally allowed to reject the certification of Donald Trump because of his January 6th insurrection. Legal experts wrote in an op-ed for The Hill that the certification of Trump's election could be legally rejected because of the very little used oath-breaking insurrection clause of the 14th Amendment in the Constitution. They say that the evidence pointing to Trump's role in the January 6th Capitol riot is overwhelming, and Democrats must stop him from taking office by blocking the election certification process. The clause basically states that if you've taken an oath of office before and you engaged in insurrection, then you're disqualified from holding office again. The Supreme Court basically didn't have enough evidence to say that Trump is an insurrectionist, if you will, but Kamala Harris can still legally block the certification process of Trump. And then she will replace Trump as president. The chances of this actually happening are pretty slim due to Democrats' respect for democracy and the democratic process, but it's still fun to have hope.
It all comes to a wrap, folks. I mean, this is a joyful moment. 4 years, I'm getting tired of seeing the headlines. 4 years ago, just 4 years ago, January 6th, and Donald Trump and his mob of the insurrection. Well, I'm sick of seeing the liberals cope, making their videos.
Like, if I want to think about it logically, I feel like these politicians are going to politic their way through tomorrow, certify the election, and move on. Because politicians aren't activists. They aren't radicals. They don't really stand up for anything unless it's something that really benefits them or there's a lot of lobbying behind it. So I don't know. On the other hand, I want to believe, I really do. I was there with you all in Deluluville right after the election. But tomorrow is going to be the big test. Let's see. Let's see what these politicians do. I know that there's also going to be a huge snowstorms tomorrow, so Mother Nature is trying to influence. what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. But you know what? If anything, people's true colors will show tomorrow, and we'll see where people stand.
Trying to explain that Kamala is not going to certify Trump. She's not going to let an insurrectionist mobster be certified to be the next president of the United States for 2025 on January 20th. I'm sick of seeing the videos.
All right, y'all. I just wanted to pop on real quick because y'all are tagging us in this post about what Kamala Harris has said, that she is going to perform her duty today in the peaceful transfer of power. That's what she's supposed to do. That's her job. That's her role. She's not going to get on here and say, we will not be certifying this election today. Is she supposed to be looking for something to happen, or is she supposed to go in there or come on here or anywhere and say, there's problems and I'm not going to certify the election? No. There's a peaceful transfer of power, and that's what her job is. That's what she's supposed to do. And we also said that we would be ready for whatever happened today. Did we not? I also realize that that does not negate whatever dread we have for this actually being certified. Okay? Let's just keep our heads up and roll with the punches and not panic. I feel you though. It's irritating to see it. Like, the last thing we want to see is Democrats saying that they're going to cooperate with putting an insurrectionist in the White House. That's the last thing we want to see.
Of them trying to come up with hope. Hurt. What did they say what it was? Hope. Hold on, pain ends. All right, let me stop, man. Let me get into this video, man. As you see, they are making videos. They were making videos saying she's not going to certify Trump. Then she comes out with the video saying that she will be doing her duties in certifying Trump at the democracy, even though we're in a constitutional republic.
Peaceful transfer of power is one of the most fundamental principles of American democracy. As much as any other principle, it is what distinguishes our system of government from monarchy or tyranny. Today at the United States Capitol, I will perform my constitutional duty as Vice President of the United States to certify the results of the 2024 election. This duty is a sacred obligation, one I will uphold, guided by love of country, loyalty to our Constitution, and my unwavering faith in the American people. As we have seen, our democracy can be fragile, and it is up to then each one of us to stand up for our most cherished principles and to make sure that in America, our government always remains of the people, by the people, and for the people. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
So that killed that narrative. But here we are today, 4 years later from their so-called mob insurrection BS talking points, which is not true. Here she is, and it was so diabolical that she had to certify Trump. How do you lose to the person they tried everything? But you know something, man, let's get into the video, then I'm gonna react to it.
The state of the vote for the President of the United States, as delivered to the President of the Senate, is as follows. The whole number of the electors appointed to vote for President of the United States is 538. Within that whole number, the majority is 270. The votes for President of the United States are as follows. Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 312 votes. Kamala D. Harris Kamala D. Harris of the state of California has received 226 votes. This announcement of the state of the vote by the President of the Senate shall be deemed a sufficient declaration of the persons elected, President and Vice President of the United States, each for a term beginning on the 20th day of January 2025, and shall be entered together with the list of the votes on the journals of the House and the Senate. Thank you very much.
Diabolical, man. You know what, man? I ain't even mad at the left, man. You know, I can be transparent because I know y'all gonna fall on my page somehow. I'm gonna be transparent with y'all, man. The right and the left do the same thing. So when I see the left trying to cope and figure out how they're going to get around the fact that they've lost, the candidate that they rooted for lost tremendously bad, I understand. I understand where they are because I was there. The right does the same thing. I was there. You remember Sidney Powell and Linwood and all them took us down this rabbit hole and said that there was this plan and Q9, I don't know if it was Q9 or what it was, but they said there was this great plan and Trump had the plan. Well, maybe this is the plan coming into fruition. The only difference between us on the right when it happened, when Trump lost the last time in the election, the only difference is that shit was, something was taken. They took that shit from us. That's the difference. They released their germ warfare on us and they caused the country go into lockdown. Y'all know the story. The difference is for us is something was taken. The difference with them is they straight up just lost. The American people couldn't take it no more. There was no way that they can pull the moves that they did the last time. And they are having a hard time coping with it. But no worries. The right does the same thing. Sidney Powell and Linwood and all them took us down that rabbit hole, had everybody thinking that there was one more rabbit in the hat trick. There was a plan that was going to come out and Trump was going to prevail. Well, he did prevail. 4 years later, the person Kamala Harris tried to run against, she lost and she had to certify him, and it was a glorious moment, man. So I understand. I just think it's funny as I don't know what. But the Dems, they lost, man. And you leftists, regressives, and wokesters, y'all need to learn to cope with it. Learn to cope with it because one of the number one top best comeback stories in United States history is President Donald J. Trump. Everything that man went through, I mean, the impeachments, the jacked up legal fees and legal cases that they put on him that are being dropped now, the abuse of our judicial system from the FBI to the DOJ, from corrupt states in like New York, the trumped up charges, allegations from 60 years ago, where the lady said, I can't even remember, Eugene Carroll. Everything that this man has gone through, assassination attempts, you name it, the man prevailed and he won, man. You're talking about a comeback story. You're talking about never giving up, man. All you gotta do is look up Donald J. Trump, and that is a story to tell you that if whatever you think you're going through, we already have an example of a real leader that ran this country that overcame all of those odds. And here we are today. But so I don't know. I just wanted to make a funny vibe video today. I think that this was funny. I enjoyed it very much. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. All I do is mean tweet commentary. For everybody else that's been riding with me, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what time it is. Leave it in the comment section. I read them. I answer as much of them as I can. It's your boy, Craig Long 45. You can't make this shit up. Trump's your daddy. Peace.
Yeah, oi.